My name is Mauricio Leon, and I'm happy to be here at the end of the course presenting the Capstone project for to all of you. Um, First of all, I would like to let you know where I'm coming from, a little bit background of this company that is not the company that I'm working right now, but is actually pretty close to what I'm doing and the company that I work. So Oz International is an Australian company focused on the investment services needs of Australia institutional investors and international institutional investor into Australia. Oz International investment servicing solutions include multi-currency account, fund administration, record keeping, pension services. Also exchange trade, fund services, security lending services, custody, um, foreign exchange processing and settlement, and treasury services. The majority of the business technology solution Oz International used to serve its clients are provided by the two parent companies, Oz um, and INT. However, a large amount of the data is extracted with multiple jobs, pulling information from those business applications into a data lake that is used primarily for reporting, tax slips, and regulatory reporting. So, other than those three main um, use of the data today, there are not much really beside those three: reporting, tax slips, and regulatory reporting. I will do part of my plan is we'll do a 100 days plan to establish a data strategy, and the plan will start from scratch and will begin with the question, where do we stand? I will start interviewing the head of each line of business to understand their businesses. This was something that in almost on every single class we heard, not only the teachers but the people that were invited. Get close to the business, understand the business. So that's one of the things that I wanted to do firsthand. Understand their business, their current application, their interfaces, their dependency, their inputs and outputs, and the current use of the data, especially in terms of using the maturity model. I will explore what kind of data we currently have, the main business solution. If the data is prospect, is it worth going deep, or if the data has potential, and if we have rights to use it. If we currently have a strategy generating insights with that data, progress, or if the data is powered, can other teams access this data and use it? And if the data is currently in use of a kind of flywheel scenario or has the potential to become one. So that's my background and context in terms of what we want to achieve and how we want to achieve. Now, the case and opportunities, basically responding the question, how are you targeting for what interaction and what business result can be achieved? So after evaluating the data and the application we currently have using a swap analysis, these are the opportunities that I observe. First, investment services. The current work what we do for clients are focused on administration of assets, reporting, and fund administration. So this service is a potential target to implement a sophisticated use of data to provide insight of investment assets that could give the customer better decision making in terms of keeping, selling, or buying new assets. So this one, I selected green as a potential candidate um, to a possible action plan and start working with that line of business. Custody. We provide custody services which include settlement, safekeeping, and reporting. This service is more administrative, related, and for phase one of my data strategy, it will not be included. The third one is foreign exchange services offered processing, foreign exchange processing and settlement. This service could be expanded to provide additional value in terms of trends and recommendation for better exchange rate. This is potentially a good candidate to explore for phase two. Fund accounting. Apologize, there is a misspelling here. It's fund accounting. Um, we deliver back office operational support across our client investment activities. This service is very operational, and for phase one of my data strategy, it will not be included. The fifth one is global risk. Global risk services to help clients monitor risk across investments combined with integrated performance solutions to help evaluate the impact of those investment decisions. This service, along with investment services, is targeted to implement the use of data to provide forecasts, risk scenarios that will give the client a better decision making for the assets we serve. This could become an additional service that our company could offer to our clients. Now, um, what insights could existing or new data generate for our users? So now that I decided where to focus our strategy, I will work with the different leaders from these two lines of businesses, investment services and global risk. We will visit our company strategy. Our strategy is based on three pillars: do more for our clients, run our company better, and facilitate product and digital enablement. So based on the strategy, we will brainstorm and we'll bring some clients to these two main services to understand their needs. What is it that at the moment we're not providing? What do we see in the industry, and if we anticipate any regulatory requirement in the horizon? In investment services and global risk, the goal is to use the client's investment portfolio to create scenarios that in real time, with a selection of risk tolerance, industry, amount to invest, and timing of the investment, will show visualization like histograms, density plots, and animation with recommendation and risk analysis for the client to better choose their future investment. The amount of work behind those recommendations will require a great amount of time and dedication, especially in predictive analytics, and also ensuring that we have enough data for the models to be as much accurate as possible. The fourth objective is answering the question, how would you plan to manage and govern the data effectively? Our company is a medium-sized corporation with no more than 2,000 employees. My proposal will include a centralized approach for data governance. However, before we talk about managing the data, I will propose a data team to be part of IT so that the implementation, updates, and maintenance of the infrastructure will be more effective. Also, to have a dotted line to the CEO or to the head of strategic solutions. This is basically to be closer to the business. To manage the data, I will implement a data mesh to combine clear data ownership, self-service reporting, and dashboard whilst adhering to our policies and standards. Previous to this, we will assess, organize, and manage the data in a way that can be used across the organization. We will define the metadata, master data, and the governance model that not only will ensure maintaining the structure and architecture of the data, but also will champion and govern the use, integrity, privacy of the data. I haven't talked about training, a program of data literacy, new standards, and new opportunities for the business with the data will be implemented for the core data team and for the whole organization. The selection of data stewards and an assessment of key regulatory requirements for our business related to data, privacy, and security. This will be part also of the implementation. What is the technology that could be used to help create value for our users? Basically, to support this strategy. The technology implemented will support data mesh, as I previously mentioned. For this, we will approach Microsoft and Google to establish the right data mesh foundation. In the long term, we expect to have a one lake data lake being fed by data engineering, data factory to build once and deploy many. So, kind of the idea of microservices. If we can, um, with one of the line of businesses, have models and have components, functions that can be reused for the other three line of businesses, the implementation should be in less time. Um, data warehousing, real-time analytics, and data science, and BI in the data activator. So this is a sophisticated technology that perhaps is a, um, I will say, is very complex and very hard to maintain in costly. However, that's for the long term. Initially, for sure, data engineer, um, data science, business intelligence, and the one lake probably are the main targets for phase one. Also wanted to say that the data will be encrypted and replicated in multiple nodes. Initially on phase one, I will be only on phase one we will planning to have the multiple nodes and the data replicated. Once we move to the other phases, the rest of the applications and or their data will be migrated to the data mesh. Beside the financial opportunity for the new business expected to generate with the new data strategy, I will say also that availability, integrity, security, and ownership will be an additional value to the strategy that the strategy will provide to the users and the company. You will ask what role could data science and analytics play in informing business decision? The solution we will implement will use supervised machine learning algorithm to predict certain type of ETF, bonds, and stocks, their behavior under certain variables to provide recommendations and suggest the level of risk with the current and new investments. With the explosion of AI, we will explore the use of APIs to bring market data, sentiment analysis, and market trends to our model so that the accuracy and prediction give a high probability to achieve the best possible result. How would you build a culture to enable data driven decision making? Of the 10 recommendations we learned to build and reinforce data driven culture, I will work on three. I always like to put actions in three scenarios or three main tasks or three main projects. The first one, lead by example. Even though the first phase will focus only in investment and risk line of businesses, I will ensure that from the data team, we generate insights, dashboards, and actions that come from data and from the solution that we will be implementing. For example, we can use data to provide insights of the progress of the project, its execution, its financials, survey results, and even any revenue with the new forecasting models, etc. The second one will be to facilitate communications and exchange of ideas between data science team and the business. As mentioned before, one of the reasons I proposed to have a dotted line with the CEO was to be close to the business so that we know their issues, we can be closer to the clients and we can propose solutions that involve data. So we wanted to be more strategic than operational in our approach. And the third one is help employees help themselves with data. The ability to create dashboards, reports, and insights will be available to each team. This would force the teams to learn and also to be agents of change, promoting the benefit of data. A prior training and communication plan has to be completed to ensure employees can take advantage of this option. And I will say that the training may include workshops where the different teams will not only hear the cases but also can play and why not participate in POCs so that they also feel the data and its benefits. What are the next steps you can take to move this strategy forward? Most of what I'm proposing here can be done at my company. I will continue with this with the different stakeholders to ensure decision makers learns about the opportunities of data can offer to the business and decide to make the investment needed to bring and execute a data strategy. I'm positive a door will open to continue discussing what I'm proposing here and to see how we can continue making a positive impact in the organization. Thank you to the professors and the staff of Berkeley for helping us learn and grow in this journey of professional development. I hope to keep in touch with you, and from my heart, thank you so much for your time